All right, so Lerone Murphy is back. Looking at his record, undefeated, right? Everyone could take their first loss. I don't know if it's going to be with Dan Ige. This fight for me, super undecided. Why is it undecided? Lerone Murphy went the distance against Edson Barboza, who's obviously past his prime. Now, look, maybe he was just fighting a methodical fight against a good striker, despite whether he's older or not. Whatever you want to say. He could always turn it around or set a new standard with every fight. One fight's all it takes, and he's capable of going the full distance for 5 rounds, and now he only has to worry about 3. So he's got a lot going for him. Dan Ige, perfect gatekeeper, lost to Bryce Mitchell, knocked out Andre Fili in the first round, came back, and then his most recent fight, because he's still got something to show, was against Diego Lopez on short notice. And Diego Lopez, I was holding to such a standard where I kind of lost a little bit of hope for Diego Lopez after he went the distance with Dan Ige, because Dan Ige, of all people, did really well against Diego Lopez, who is like one of the biggest studs that the 145 division has at this point. So I can't count out Andre Fili, and I can't count out Dan Ige. I'm just going to wait for this fight to let the chips fall where they may. Man, it's good because Dan Ige has that perfect 15 spot that we all want to see. Murphy shows a lot of promise if he gets more finishes, but I think as he goes in the rankings, it's definitely going to be hard to see this fight ending via finish. So there's a lot going on. I don't know. This is like probably the lowest profile fight on the card, unfortunately, but it's also very unpredictable. It's going to tell a lot because this is going to see just how much does Dan Ige have, but I do not expect him to just crumble right off the bat. I expect him to put up a fight. I expect this fight to go the distance no matter who wins it because Dan Ige still has a lot to offer this division. But let's see, that Andre Fili KO just kind of showed that if you're not on that level of being with the big dogs at 145, he'll check you really fast. So if Lerone Murphy wants to be, in with the big boys, he has to beat Dan Ige. But if Dan Ige stops him, Dan Ige is very well setting himself up just to be that top 15 gatekeeper for just a while left to come. But I don't think there's too much else to say about this fight. And I don't want to really force anything else to say about this fight. 2 fighters, both have a lot to fight for. I'm just here to watch it, so we'll see where this goes. I just see so many different variables on this one that it's hard to really make it. But if Dan Ige could get me to doubt Diego Lopez against Brian Ortega, I think Dan Ige still has plenty much of merit. And then if Lerone Murphy absolutely demolishes Dan Ige, he's got every right to gloat because Dan Ige has not passed his prime. I think he just takes every single fight out there, and he catches a lot of high-caliber stuff. But other than that, we'll see. Peace out. On to the next.